Here's the Phillies lineup brought to you by Xfinity. Stream sports with Xfinity because it's only live one time. Kyle Schwarber had a big day yesterday. Leads it off. What's going on, everybody? It's been a long time since we covered a game, so let's get into it. This is going to be a good pitching matchup between the Philadelphia Phillies and the LA Dodgers. The Phillies are 66 and 45. The Dodgers are 65 and 47. Phillies got a 6-game lead on the Atlanta Braves, and the Dodgers have a 4.5 up on the San Diego Padres. It's going to be Tyler Glasnow and Aaron Nola in this matchup. So the one thing I got to watch out for is the Philadelphia Phillies are 2-8 in the last 10. The Dodgers are 4-6. Freddie Freeman's going to make his return in the lineup again. His son Max, everybody else is okay down there, so get a chance to come back into the lineup. The Dodgers are still dealing with a multitude of injuries. The Phillies have just been struggling a little bit. Again, if you're on MLB Network and you're outside the jurisdictions of the Dodgers or the Phillies, you can watch this one. I have the NBC feed for the Phillies today. So Kyle Schwarber is going to get set to lead this off. It'll be Schwarber, Turner, Harper in this inning, as it'll be a slider just outside. Glasnow did not get the call, 1-1. So Schwarber the DH, Turner the shortstop, Harper at first, Bohm at third, Marsh in center, Castellanos in right, and then Stott, Hayes, and Stubbs. JT Realmuto are going to get the day off. 1-1 counters are just underway here in LA, and it's a slider spiked in the dirt. And they'll have it throw over back from Smith as Schwarber looks on. Again, for his numbers, 251 average. This is way higher, about 30 points higher than you would even expect, maybe even 40 points, if I'm being honest, as slider way down low. And the one thing I always mention with Schwarber is this: he's the modern day Adam Dunn. He's going to be able to walk, strike out, home run. He does it all. He doesn't have to do it with a high average, but again, 251 is way above what he usually is. 3-1 Glasnow. We'll see if Schwarber gets anything to hit here. 96 blew it right by him. It's a full count to start this game off. Again, I'm excited to be here with you because it's been about, say, 3 weeks or so since I'm able to call any games. Again, I plan on doing the one Wednesday for George Kirby and Tarek Skubal between the Mariners and the Tigers. Hope that Cooper Hopkins can join me for a little bit of it at least. Full count pitch. And 97 inside the kitchen, and Schwarber swings and misses. So Glasnow had to get to 3-1, 6 pitches into his day. He's already got the first K. And for Tyler Glasnow, let me just scroll a little bit down my notes. 8-6, 3.50 ERA, .96 WHIP, so that's excellent. Just 34 walks, 155 strikeouts. He features a 4-seam slider, curve, and sinker. He hasn't thrown a changeup, or he's just taken away from the pitch since 2021. He's used that as a sinker. Trea Turner, excellent numbers. Will be batting in the 2-hole. It's 0-1 against him as his sinker was for a strike. A curveball way out in front. Glasnow really had the yellow hammer there. That's what Jim Price played to say for the Tigers. And he RIP. 303, 33 doubles, 2 triples, 16 bombs. As this is another yacker, and this one's way to the left side foul line. Still making 0-2. So again for Turner, we'll say his stolen bases are down. You would expect that would be now 31, still an all-around player, just 13 bags. He was more than capable in his younger days, around 40, 45. 0-2. Swinging and missing a fastball. Actually, I think a little bit of a foul tip there from Will Smith. He holds on to it. And Glasnow, first 2 batters, Schwarber and Turner, are out by punchy. And that'll leave it up to Bryce. Bryce has been struggling a little bit of late. He is coming off a 3-hit game against the Seattle Mariners. Phillies were able to salvage 1 in that 3-game series. He's 276 right now in his average, the 2-time MVP. Batting left, as he's going against the righty here in Glasnow, 97, way down below on the left foot. Backs him away. 276. He's slugging .554, 25 bombs and 69 RBI, so he can definitely get maybe almost 40 home runs this year if he gets a little bit of a tear. Curveball way out of the zone. Make it 2-0. Got that one way high. Harper still rocking that full beard as we usually see him do. 301 at Dodger Stadium with 17 RBI. That's exactly what you want there for Harper. Maybe a little bit above his average as well at Dodger Stadium. This is a slider that pretty much caught the middle, and this is fouled on the first base line. So 25 bombs, 69 RBI, 56 walks, 92 strikeouts. Not a guy that's going to strike out a whole hell of a lot, which is nice. You want to get back to ball skills, and Bryce Harper's still one of the best. Way inside on a fastball, and Glasnow, even though he's got a couple of strikeouts here, and he could get his pitch count underneath 20 through this top of the first would be good. But when he's missed very intentionally. I'll say that. Pitch clock down to 1 as he lets a obligatory slider go to 90. That was right in the happy zone, and Harper is just going to elect to take. It's another full count. This is the second one of the first 3 batters. So another full count pitch here for Glasnow, trying to get out of this with 16. What's he going to do here? And swing and a miss, strike it out the side to begin the game. Tyler Glasnow looking sharp. When we come back to the bottom of the first, Ohtani, Hernandez, and Freeman do up. Feels good to be calling a game. Again, apologize, guys. It's certainly been a while. If you haven't been able to follow along on the MLB network because you're in your local side of it, you do have it on the Phillies and Dodgers side. I got the MLB network feed for NBCSN for Philadelphia right now. Again, if you had T-Mobile, just to remind anybody again next year, if you have T-Mobile phone service, make sure a week before the season starts in March, go ahead and redeem your free subscription because that's how we're going to get a chance to cover some of these games. Wednesday will be the local feed for me for Valley Sports Detroit. I do have that one back on the air because the Valley Sports thing for Xfinity and all that is now done and lifted. So I'll have the local feed on Wednesday, I believe, with Jason Benetti. I'm going to save the pipes a little bit during the half innings. Daniel says, yo, I appreciate it, Daniel. Thank you for joining in. I'm just giving you the play-by-play, a little bit of color here on this side. It's been a few weeks since I ended up calling any games. I'm fresh off the, want to say, Florida Panthers and Edmonton Oilers epic 7-game series with Alec, but it's been that long. I've had some Waterford Sharks work here locally, but that's about it. So my plan is 3 baseball games this week. Today, Wednesday, we'll get one in on this weekend. If I can catch anything with the Olympics, hell, we might go Team USA. We'll see if we can get Team USA basketball. So bottom first, Tyler Glasnow struck out the side. It's Ohtani at DH, who's going to be for the rest of the year. Teoscar Hernandez and left, Freddie Freeman at first. Lefty, righty, lefty here against the righty Aaron Nola. Aaron Nola is one of the better pitchers that we have in the league alongside Glasnow as well. That's why I was very intrigued in this matchup. First pitch fastball, 93 miles an hour, and Ohtani is going to follow it down the first base line. Again, batting 306. He's going to be the full-time DH. Is not allowed to pitch from the Tommy John. That might be next year. I don't know if we'll ever see Ohtani back in the outfield as he's 30 now. But he is one of the most dynamic baseball players in the league. And even though he only is just using the stick this year, still hitting 306, 33 bombs, 79 RBI, 63 walks, 114 strikeouts, and 31 steals. So 1-1 as a changeup at 87, way down low. Again, it's going to be Garrett Stubbs doing the catching duties today as JT going to get the day off in the start of the 3-game series against the Dodgers. Last time they played at Citizens Bank, Philadelphia swept this series 2-1. And Otani's going to pop it up. We'll see if it'll stay in play. Alec Bohm will get underneath it and make the catch. So easy pop fly, no problem there getting Otani. Then we'll bring up Teoscar Hernandez. I know if Cooper Hopkins was in here, you would kind of wonder where did those home run numbers go and why didn't it work in Seattle? I know that's more pitcher friendly, but 267, 23 bombs, 71 RBI, 37 walks. Does have some swing and miss at 130, but those home run numbers are way up, and he was the winner of the home run derby. As Nola, 5 pitches into his day, sinker does get the call low off the back foot. 23 home runs and 71 RBI for Teoscar. It's a 1-year prove-it deal, and boy did he. In between Seattle and spending a long time with the Jays. He's always been a good bat, had a lot of power. This is a sinker just upside the up. 1-1. Aaron Nola is going to feature 4-seam curve, sinker, changeup, and cutter. He's 11-4 with a 3.43 ERA. He's right around his numbers. He went around 93, couldn't hold up on the 4-seam. Again, that 4-seam and that sinker kind of play the same way. 317 in August. His career numbers are 20-11 with the 211 opponents on base, 268 on base percentage, career best for any month. So that's kind of where you want to get going, and starting into the second half, that's what Aaron Nola does. Is Rob Thomson looks on. 1-2 still the count as Nola gets set in his delivery. This is off the mound, and this will be right at Bryce and Stott. It almost bounced off the mound, took a hop, but it went right to Stott, no problem in his glove. He'll be able to toss over to Harper and get the outs. Freddie Freeman's going to get a big ovation. Again, if you followed anything on social media with his son Max, had gone through some of the procedures, he's all set to go. Good gesture here for the visiting Phillies fans as well, being able to stand up and clap and cheer. And he took his helmet off there, he saluted the fans and gave them a wave. Everybody's standing here at Dodger Stadium. It's a really cool sight to see for Freddie. More than happy to do that. And you know what? With a story like that, it would be awesome to see him hit a home run. Very classy here for the Phillies as well, for Stubbs to be able to step out. Let him take in this ovation. So more than glad that we covered this one today, because it's just a special sight that you don't get a chance to catch very often as the Phillies dugout continues to clap. They're really soaking this one in. He's going to get set now to dig in. He's all ready to go. And we're going to get going here for the third batter. First, looks like both pitchers are going to be ready to go through a scoreless first. We'll see how far this gets. So Aaron Nola is going to get set for his pitch delivery as he'll get the sign from Garrett Stubbs. And the counter now down to 5 seconds. Nola set as he rocks the leg over, and a knuckle curve at 79 will be generously outside the plate. So for Freddie Freeman, we'll tell you like this. 288. He's 34 years old. 288 batting average still sounds very good. But Freddie is a career 300 hitter. He's hit 333 a few times in his career, 320s, 330s. So numbers a little bit down, but still 16 home runs, 67 RBI. If that's the most of an off year that you're going to have for Freddie Freeman, you're definitely going to take that. So hashtag Max Strong. Freddie Freeman swings and misses after a 2-0. Getting busy, getting leverage there. And he was just a little bit out in front of it, as they're showing Jason Hayward in the comment. Waiting on the other side, they're going to be toward the bottom of the order here for the Dodgers. Trying to see if this first is going to go scoreless. 2-1 delivery. Aaron Nola 12 pitches into his day. 93 is followed straight back and amongst the screen. 2-2. Not on a fastball at 93. Nola tops out around 95, so he's not going to throw you the blistering heat. That's more of the yesteryear type of heat between the 80s and 90s, but the location and the 5 different pitch variety is what makes him very dangerous. That knuckle curve is hard to lay off of. 2-2. And that's exactly what Freddie Freeman punched out on. I didn't mean to jump ahead of that, but that's what he featured there. So Glasnow and Nola, 3 up, 3 down. And we'll go to the second inning.
But can't help but worry that something isn't right back home. With MyQ, home is just a touch away. MyQ is the only smart home security solution that provides video monitoring, real-time notifications, and lets you decide who comes in and who stays out, all in one easy-to-use app. So take that well-deserved break. MyQ has you covered. Summer won't last forever, but during Toyota's national sales event, you can make memories that will. Come on. Very slow. Oh, just be in the moment.
Get an adventurous new 24 RAV4 or RAV4 Hybrid with 4.99 APR financing or leasing gas-powered RAV4 for $339 a month with 2 years no-cost maintenance. Toyota, let's go places.
Whoever said patience is a virtue never sat in these K-Type GT sports seats. The powerful new Kia K5 GT is here. Lease the new 2025 K5 LXS for $279 a month.
Catch some rays when the Phils host Tampa Bay in Citizens Bank Park for an interleague matchup Monday, September 9th at 6:40, Tuesday the 10th at 6:40, and Wednesday the 11th. Also at 6:40. That's First Responders Night presented by Toyota. Purchase your tickets now by So let's get going here in the second. It'll be 4, 5, and 6. Both Glasnow and Nola were able to get the side in order. Glasnow, 3 straight punchies to begin the game, so we'll see if that continues here. Bohm, Marsh, and Castellanos. As Bohm, soft contact, no problem here. It's be tossed over from Gavin Lux to Freddie Freeman. 1 up and 1 down. Again, the second inning. Brandon Marsh will be due up next. He's in center field. Left. Normally he's the center fielder. They showed the catch in right not too far long ago, a few days. And when they mentioned it for Marsh, he thought it might hit him in the head, but he was able to make that catch, and they had a good painting with the Philly fanatic behind him flying to go ahead and make the catch. Brandon Marsh can really go up and get it. As first pitch in Marsh's day is 96 on the 4-seam, just outside. And for Marsh, 253, 11 bombs, 43 RBI, 34 walks. The one thing for Brandon, he's got a lot of swing and miss in his game. And about the 89 games that he's played, he struck out 103 times. So it is very notable. And you have a strikeout pitcher on the mound. Glasnow up against it, 2-0 in this count leverage as the sinker was spiked into the dirt. Brandon Marsh against lefties, 205 RBI against righties, 265. And that's where he's got any of his home run power and all of that. So much better against righties as the lefty bat. 2-1 as he was late on a fastball. And Glasnow getting set in his delivery again. 90 foul tip held on by Will Smith, makes it 2-2. That was a slider. So Glasnow trying to strike out 4 of the first 5 batters that he faced. It was 2-0 against Marsh. Now it's 2-2. See what Glasnow's going to feature here. 89 gets the call at the top of the zone with a curve. Not very fair there for Brandon Marsh, but he's going to go grab some pine. That's a little bit nasty there. Kind of maybe a 12-6 feature, more of a curveball there. Almost looked like a curveball, but it was a slider. That was high, and Glasnow gets the call. He struck out 4 of the first 5 batters. Nick Castellanos, his average is way down from what it usually is. 237, 15 bombs, 57 RBI, 27 walks, 99 strikeouts. He could make it 100 here against Glasnow, 90 on the slider. He's featuring that a lot. And way out in front was Castellanos, but he's hitting 237 Castellanos is about 40, 45 points off his average. He threatened, as this is a high fly ball. Hold on 1 minute. This is way back at the track. Jumps and Pajes can't make the catch. Castellanos still on his horse. He'll get to third. Pajes thought he was going to be able to get to it. I think he jumped too early, and Castellanos greets Glasnow rudely, and he gets a triple. I think Pajes, that might be a little bit more of a misplay more than a Castellanos hit. That's his 40th career triple. I mean, he grooved that thing for sure. It was a slider that caught middle of the plate, and that's what Castellanos can do, is he slammed that thing. Again, it's only 395 to center, but I don't think Pajes got a good read of that. See if Bryce and Stott at 88, that split the plate with a cutter there, and Stott did not offer. But yeah, definitely looks like Pajes misjudged. He should have made that play. And you could probably call that an error, but Castellanos will take the triple. I think he's going to get recorded for the hit there. So 5 seconds on the pitch clock. Stott's got a runner at third. This is chopped right to Glasnow. He cannot make the play in time. Castellanos scores. Castellanos was going the whole way with 2 outs. And Glasnow tried to toss that one over. He couldn't get it done in time. And Bryce and Stott gets an RBI. A little bit unconventional there, but the Phillies are going to take it. Again, we said 2-8 in their last 10. They're hungry to get some wins. This one was chopped, and that bounce up in the air, wait for it to come down. Took a little bit too much time, and Castellanos, credit to him, never stopped running once the bat hit the ball. And now another line shot. This one will stop in front of Teoscar. We'll go ahead and make the cannon to third, and they're not going to be able to get it. So double opportunity for Austin Hayes, and now all of a sudden Glasnow looked like he could have been cruising with 2 outs in the second. Aggressive base running makes it second and third. So Garrett Stubbs, if he gets an opportunity to come through, he might be able to put his batting average up about 5 points. Be able to get a hit. He's only hitting 194. Austin Hayes broke that thing in the left field, able to get a double on it. And again, because of the aggressive running on the other side for Stott, they said, why not? He's got decent speed. He's around that middle average. Garrett Stubbs is going to offer a bunt. 95 was near his dome. We'll back away. Glasnow's pitch count is still fine if he can get out of this. He'd be at 30 if he gets out of this for the next pitch. I don't think he expected to give up a run so soon, though. 1-0. This is spiked in the dirt. It gets away from Smith, and another run's going to score. This is a pitch that got uncorked by Glasnow, and the Philadelphia Phillies, again, it was a misplay by Pajes, essentially, that gave Nick Castellanos a triple. And then the hit from Bryce and Stott got bounced up in the air. It was too long for Glasnow to get the throw over to Freeman, and then you get a wild pitch. All of a sudden, 2 runs. I don't think they should have any runs right now. A couple mistakes. 2-0, and now inside to a hitter that's only going 194. Glasnow being a little bit wild. Again, he did strike out the side in the first, but this is a hitter you absolutely got to get. You don't want to turn the lineup over to Schwarber. 3-0. And we'll get an obligatory take here at 97. Here's Tower, and watch that one split the plate. So did Stubbs. So it is a great start for the Phillies. Again, that's what they're showing on the NBC Sports feed. I would agree with that. 96, that could have been ball 4, but it was swung on and missed. Still full count. Schwarber is due up at the bat rack. Philadelphia already has 2. As really just underway in the second inning. So Stubbs going to ask for time. Let's hold back away. Able to use his disengagement. Garrett Stubbs only batting 194 with a home run and 7 RBI. He swung and missed at 2 chances at ball 4. As this one's held in. 5 strikeouts for Glasnow of the 6 batters, but he's given up a couple. Pajes missed play and a chance at first. Didn't get the out in time. 2-0 Phillies as we go bottom 2.
Home is just a touch away. Mikey was the only smart home security solution that provides video monitoring, and lets you decide who comes in and who stays out. All in one easy-to-use app. So take that well-deserved break. MyQ has you covered. Easy Point traded customers can lease a 25-foot Ford Escape for $269 a month for 24 months. Only at your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers.
Wrap up your DIY project now with Blazer for your best Detroit Chevy deals. With Blazer's spacious interior and generous cargo space, there's plenty of room for those perfect final touches that will make your house a home. Just go to ChevyDetroit.com for an in-depth look at the complete line of cars, trucks, and SUVs, plus tips and tricks on how to get the most out of your new Chevy. Then wait in D and see why Chevy drives the Motor City. What gives me a soul? Performance. Consistency. And then you see, you know, we are better. New Era, the official cap of Major League Baseball.
The Phillies Alumni Day as we salute Citizens Bank Park's 20th anniversary. It's Sunday, August 18th, when the Nationals are in town. Greg Thomson's here in the crowd. He'll be there. Get your seats early to celebrate some of your favorite Phils, including Schmitty, J. Roll, Ryan Howard, Jim Tony, Brad Lidge, Dauber, Randy Wolf will be there as well. He's in the crowd tonight. Secure your seats at Phillies.com. He's not. There's Randy Wolf. Yeah, so Hudson threw out the first pitch in the ballpark earlier this season. He was great to see.
Me.
So 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Dodgers. Again, they conceded a couple runs in that top second. It'll be Will Smith, Gavin Lux, and Kike Hernandez. It'll be the catcher, second base, and third baseman, 4, 5, and 6 in this inning. Will Smith, 252, 15 bombs, 57 RBI this season. Pitch clock was at 2, as it was 92 miles an hour, just side. 1-1 is the count against Will. Again, his average probably 20, 15 points or so down from what it usually is. Last 10 games, 098. He's in bingo numbers, 2 RBI, 15 strikeouts. So he's definitely struggling, and that's why his average is taking a giant slash. He's got 39 walks and 79 strikeouts, and 15 strikeouts in that stretch. So he's not seeing the ball well, but he's still in the middle of this order as Nola requests a new seam on those baseballs. Make it 1-2 as the pitch clock will momentarily reset, as Nola will get an opportunity with 15 seconds. 1-2 is the count against Will. And 92 on a sinker. Again, that sinker and the four seam looks pretty similar as far as their movement. It makes it really hard to tell. Maybe the sinker around 92, the fastball up to 95. That's about really the only differentiator that I can give you. Dave Roberts looks on as Will Smith offers, and I think it was going to be a called strike 3 anyway on a knuckle curve outside the zone. So as we're looking who's behind the dish today, let me see if I can look that up here on this side, because it is very friendly here. I'll look up on RotoWire just in case I can find to see who's Marvin Hudson behind the plate. I think it is very friendly because you have one that was a slider up top and then a knuckle curve way outside of the left side of the box. So anything close within that 6-inch, you're going to might as well go ahead and swing at it because it's probably going to get cold. From what we're seeing right now, Gavin Lux. Stu up next. He's already down 0-1. As Aaron Nola works quickly again the pitch counter, and the clock will definitely kind of change those things. We're still not at the laser strike zone yet, but You think maybe every single day that they're working down there between AA and AAA trying to change some of those rules and then optimize it for Major League Baseball, that could happen sooner rather than later. I know that would bother some people taking the human element out of the game, but that could be where we're at. So 1-1 on a sinker inside and way low on the changeup. What's going to offer at it anyway? Said 1-2 is Nola, Gavin Lux. 241 average, 6 home runs, 36 RBI, 26 walks, 73 strikeouts. He's in the middle of a 6-game hit streak. Kind of makes you wonder why he isn't batting in the middle of the order, but I digress. Nola 22 pitches into his day. This is a sinker high. If that was toward the right of the outside of the box, he might have gotten a call. That has already been called a couple times, as Nola will grab onto the rosin bag. Again, we mentioned that he features 5 different pitches, 3.43 ERA. August is his best month, around 3.10. 87, and this is going to be a 7-game hit streak, as Gavin Lux in his first at-bat of the game is going to extend that hitting streak to 7, and that average will continue to climb. So Gavin Lux does have some good speed. The defense is a little bit so-so, but he is a threat to be able to do something on the base path should they need it. I don't think Dave Roberts is going to be that aggressive with Kike Hernandez and Jason Hayward due after that. The middle of the order looks fine, but you're still waiting on Mookie Betts, Chris Taylor, some of those other batters there where it could get stretched out a little bit more. Kike, big swing and a miss. He was late on a 93 seam. That is not usual there, but again, if you're sitting on the knuckle curve at about 76, then it's completely understandable. 213 is only his average. 0-1 against Kike. And a big swing and miss. So he was late on the fastball and then late on the knuckle curve outside the zone. His numbers limited against Aaron Nola, very good, batting .500, 3-6, 2 bombs, and 4 RBI, but now he's up against it 0-2. Lux at first with a base hit. 1 out in the bottom of the second is Nola trying to keep himself clean and keep a 0 up there after his team just scored 2. Way high and not offered at by Kike. 91 on the fastball. So Nola not trying to toss as hard as he can just yet, around 95. He's just letting it go as much as he is, but he keeps that ball moving up and down, left and right, able to stay effective on the middle of that zone. Breaking ball way in the dirt. Again, that one started as a strike and then just dropped all the way down to home plate. 2-2. Kike, normally, again, he's probably about 240, something like that. 6 home runs, 23 RBI. You could expect a little bit more. He's been struggling a little bit since being reacquired. This one just fouled down the third base line. Good play off the bounce by the ball girl. So we'll throw that one back into the crowd for some young fans here at Dodger Stadium. Dodger Stadium would be one of the places on my bucket list. Hopefully they got some Vince Scully murals and all that too. That'd be cool to see. I'd like to see Dodger Stadium. I'd like to see Fenway, Wrigley, a couple other ones like that to be able to get those ones in the bucket list. The only ballpark I've ever been to was the home ballpark, America Park. Been to a couple different hockey rinks, but not baseball side of it, only local here for the Pistons and Tigers, but seen a few more hockey games at different places. This could be tailor-made. Flip over. No problem for the Philadelphia defense, as this is another double play turn within their last stretch of games. Trea Turner, no problem there for Stott. All the way over to Bryce Harper, as easy as you like, and the Dodgers get turned away after a Gavin Lux single. After 2 runs, 3 hits for the Phillies, Dodgers do get a hit. We'll go to the third.
But something isn't right back home. With MyQ, home is just a touch away. MyQ is the only smart home security solution that provides video monitoring, real-time notifications, and lets you decide who comes in and who stays out, all in one easy-to-use app. So take that well-deserved break. MyQ has you covered. Not every decision you make will be as good as getting the Volkswagen at the savvy VW summer sales event. 2024 Volkswagen models have less than maintaining Honda. Get 1.1% APR financing or a $2,500 customer bonus on your new 2024 Tiguan.
Nothing scary about Energizer Ultimate Lithium, the #1 longest lasting AA battery.
As a new mom of two, I'm so glad that I found the world's first 3-in-1 shower shield by Energizer. It's the only coin lithium battery with 3 safety features designed to keep our kids safe.
Time out for a giant home run replay. It was yesterday with Kyle Schwarber leading off the ball game.
2-0 fastball by Logan Gilbert, and he smokes it off the plexi glass in right field. Let's do a sort of exhale, and then we have that giant home run replay of the game.
Well, Kyle Schwarber will lead it off here in the third.
Let's go to the third in this fast-moving game as the Phillies now in the second time through the order. For Tyler Glasnow, Schwarber, big cut on a four-seam at 96, and he doesn't get a piece of it. 250 is his batting average. Again, that's updated in real time, even from my notes. So thank you for that for Philadelphia side of the broadcast. Again, I'm watching this one on MLB TV. Again, it's on MLB Network outside of the Phillies and the Dodgers. If not, you're going to have to use your home jurisdictions on NBC Sports Network or Spectrum for the Dodgers. If you want to check this one out, I wanted to lead off. It's been a while since I did any games here, but this is a good pitching matchup between Nola and Glasnow. Glasnow's already surrendered a couple. Nola has been clean through 2. He just got away with it with the double play, although Gavin Lux now has a 7-game hit streak. Schwarber, 1-2. Glasnow, 96. Wow, does not get the call on the bottom left side. That was in the box. Perfect sinker. And that one not called, but some of the ones outside the zone have been called. So Marvin Hudson has not been consistent as far as the strike, but the high ball leverage, he has definitely called those. So Schwarber still alive after a sinker goes in the dirt. 3-2. Schwarber has a chance to either walk, strike out, hit a home run. That's usually what he does. Full count. 89. See you later. Slider up in the zone. And another punch out for Schwarber. He's already got a couple. Schwarber does contest a little bit. I don't think he's going to have much to say, only because, yes, that was a strike. But the one before that, 2 pitches before, he should have been grabbing some pine. Just being completely honest. Slider, that one does catch high in the plate. That's filthy because you think that one's going to drop a little bit more, and then it just settles there. 96 outside, and Turner does not contest. So I think these batters really know what the strike zone is. Again, just a few inches off the plate. You better be ready to swing if you get something decent. 95, and Will Smith can't grab a hold of it, but there's nobody on base, so no worries there. It's the second time through the Phillies order. They've already got a pair against Glasnow. His ERA at 3.58 this year. 16 balls, 24 strikes is the ratio. 5 seconds on the pitch clock. This one's skied, followed back from the screen. Heads up over there. So Dodger drubbing, July 9th through 11th at Citizens Bank. Turner hit 583 in that series. Marsh hit 500, 4 extra base hits, 3 RBI, 2 bombs, 6 RBI. For Turner, 1 earned run in 10 innings pitched for the Philadelphia bullpen last time they played. Turner hits it very well. This one will be just caught by Pajes. That time he got a better read of it. That was left center warning track. And so he'll have to go sit down. But that was a very good swing there for Turner. He just missed a home run. That'll bring up Bryce Harper. Alec Bohm, should he reach, will be next batting cleanup. Harper Remember, he started as an everyday right fielder. That injury, a little bit of the ACL thing. Well, let's get him at first. Let's give him a DH. He likes first now. He's been playing it a lot. He plays it pretty well. Harper, 96, a little bit late down the left field lineup, will do what he can. We're at beautiful Dodger Stadium. John, I'm here with you. I know it's been several weeks. I apologize. My plan is to be here Wednesday. We're going to mark that one in stone as well for Tarek Skubal and George Kirby. That'll be a good pitching matchup between the Tigers and the M's. And then we'll see what we get this weekend. I think I'm going to enjoy myself on the Thursday, Friday side with the misses. At least one of those days. Maybe it's tomorrow, but at least one of those days, Thursday or Friday. So Monday, Wednesday, and then we'll look for a weekend day, whether it's Saturday or Sunday. But we'll get some baseball games in, warm up the pipes before I got some plans the following weekend. 0-2. Harper spiked way in the dirt off an up curve. That one would have easily been a wild pitch. 1-2. So Tyler Glasnow really lathering up there on that rosin bag and featuring the slider a lot. He's 47 pitches into his day. Trying to get under 50 here for 3. Wouldn't be too bad. Probably in a round going 6-7 innings. Swing and a miss there against Bryce. So Schwarber punches out twice. Harper punches out twice. And Glasnow has no problem with the top of the order. It's just been the bottom so far. We go to the bottom third. Dodgers up to the bat down 2-0.
With my cue, home was just a touch away. MyQ is the only smart home security solution that provides video monitoring, real-time notifications, and lets you decide who comes in and who stays out, all in one easy-to-use app. So take that well-deserved break. MyQ has you covered.
It's Toyota's National Sales Event. Swipe into end December 4th with an exciting new Toyota. Whether you're paddleboarding in RAV4, mountain biking in a Tacoma, or tuning with your best friends in a Camry, you'll find plenty to post about all summer long.
Lisa Diana, new 24 Tacoma for $349 a month. Get a new 24 Tundra with 1.99 APR financing for $2,000 customer cash with 2 years, no cost payments.
Come in today. Ooh, like,
38. Let's go places.
Make this a summer to share. The 3-row Kia Sorento. The tech-forward Sportage. The available all-wheel drive Seltos. Or the IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus Telluride. Each one recommended by Consumer Reports. This summer, visit your local Kia dealer. Kia. Movement that inspires.
Relive the day's biggest plays all in one lightning fast hour. Quick Pitch. Late nights and early mornings only on MLB Network.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there.
There's good things out here on the West Coast. Big beaches.
Hayward leads off the bottom of the third inning. Big 207.
So because of the double play that Aaron Nola was able to get last there from Turner to Stott to Harper, it'll be 7, 8, 9 here for the Dodgers. Hayward, Pajes, and Nick Ahmed. Right fielder, center fielder, shortstop through 7, 8, 9. Jason Hayward, again, this is hard to believe for me because I'm 37. Jason Hayward's already 34. Again, that long time ago when I was in college, as this one splits the plate, Hayward's going to get an easy double. I was going to say he was routinely doing what he just did down the right field line with the Atlanta Braves. Not doing that as much now. It's his 9th double of the year. As Aaron Nola already has traffic on the base paths. He was only batting 207 going in 53 games played. Staying right in on it, and this one just outside the chalk. This one's cut up by Nick Castellanos pretty easily there as they have the hands up in the air doing the wave when Hayward gets the hit. So he's got a double. I'll leave it up to Andy Pajes. Pius getting a chance to play because James Outman has not really had the numbers that you would have expected. Again, he's still kind of a rookie. Pius is a rookie. 23 years of age. 240, 8 bombs, 32 RBI, 22 walks. So the eye has been good, but he's also had a lot of swing and miss. Again, you would have that as a rookie on that side. 93 strikeouts. You think as he can continue, you can kind of tuck that down a little bit, make more contact, develop his power. It takes time to do that at the MLB level. 23 years of age, still got plenty of time in his career. Good looking player so far, though. 1-1. As this one way high on a 4-seam at 91. So again, Nola kind of hovering around 90, 91 miles an hour. Seen him go to 94. Usually tops out at 95, but it's been free and easy right now for Nola, not forcing anything. 208 is Pius with runners in scoring position. Got Hayward in. As this is an inside, try to jam Pius there, no problem. He'll lay off of it. So good work there for Andy. As Nola again requests a new baseball. This is the 4th time in 3 innings that he's done so. Trying to get that feel. It's important time for that right now. The only thing for Andy is to pretty much get that runner over to third and try to get the Dodgers their first run of the game here, bottom 3. That's the main thing you got to do with a 3-1 count. Pitch clock down to 1. And just before it expires, for an automatic ball, Nola will step off the mound, and that will draw a cascade of boos here at Dodger Stadium. Again, it's one of the most beautiful ballparks that we have. Again, we talked about Fenway and some of the other ones there. 79 on knuckle curve, that is devastating. And Paz didn't want anything to do with that. That was in the bottom left corner. Nola's pitch count still in good shape. He could be right around where Glasnow is. He's at 36. Glasnow was just outside of 50 for 3. Hayward still at second after the double. 93 was late and fouled straight back. And we'll do the full count pitch one more time. So again, as we've talked about for Nola, featuring 5 different pitches, 4-seam curve, sinker, change, cut. And he is able to throw any of these for a strike. Full count leverage for the second time. Nola, 95 down the left field line. And Paz continues to stay alive. So that was Nola's fastest pitch as he reared back and tried to blow away Paz there. 7 pitches this at bat, 2 foul balls. The last 2 foul off the last 2 pitches. As you see a gold chain on one side for Andy and a silver for Nola as he's rocking the cross. Always good to see there. Pitch clock down to 5 as Nola will deliver 80. This one lined fair ball down the left field line. I had to pause for a moment. That is going to bring home Hayward back-to-back doubles for the Dodgers. Make it 2-1 now. So Paz really took a pitch. He stayed with it at the bottom of the zone. That was a breaking ball that went right into the leverage of the bat. He went down the right field line. This time he went down the left field line. And it had to be cut off by Austin Hayes. No chance for either outfielder to get to it there for Castellanos or Hayes. And now it'll be Nick Ahmed. Former Arizona Diamondback, San Francisco Giant. Is this one 93? It looked like it was a strike at the top of the zone, but it does not get the call. So if it's into the right side of the box, it looks like it'll be a call. If it's in the left, it looks like it'll be a ball. That's what we're seeing. The zone has been consistent. 79 knuckle curve way out in front was Nick. He'll swing and miss. He is batting .231, 2 home runs, 17 RBI in 62 games. And he was picked up from San Francisco at the deadline. 34 years of age, but can still bring you infield defense. Second, third, short is what he would play. 90. This one under the glove, diving stop. Try to get a throw at third. Not going to be in time there. Base hit for Nick Ahmed. Deep in the hole was Bryce and Stott to make the dive across, but it'll be an infield single. 3 straight hits for the Dodgers. It is still no outs in the third, and Shohei now due up This could get very fascinating. Nola tried to take a piece of it with his glove. It got underneath. That was a really good stop there for Bryce and Stott to keep it in the infield. But runners at first and third. If Ohtani can hit into a tailor-made double play, I think the Phillies would concede to make this 2-2. No problem. They would trade 2 outs for a run here because it could be a lot worse. Ohtani, 94. He lifts. Right field line, stepping back just outside the warning track. Castellanos makes the catch, and Ahmed will go to second. That will score the run, and Ohtani gets a sacrifice fly as we're even at 2. Ohtani just missed it. Again, that's what Trey Turner just did in the top of the third. He just missed a home run against Glasnow. Same thing for Ohtani, as this was a sinker that was up in the zone, and Ohtani gave it a ride. He hit it way up. It skied up too much to ever be a home run, but that was still pretty damn close. Just a couple steps from a home run there on the warning track, as this was an easy pickup, get up and go for Paz to score up the sacrifice fly. So this will go to the second portion of the order here for Teoscar Hernandez. Dodgers now second time through their order as Ohtani gets an RBI sac fly. Nola is now giving up a pair, so has Glasnow, trying to make this an even game through 3. So they're showing the play at second base. This was safe. There wasn't anything that was close, as Nick Ahmed able to get the hand in, but they showed it on NBC nonetheless. Teoscar Hernandez. Runner at second is Ahmed with 2 outs. And Teoscar hits it foul. Or was it fair? Excuse me, that was an absolute bomb. I was wondering if that was down the left field line. Teoscar Hernandez out in front, but he was out in front at 113 miles an hour, and that was detonated down the short porch in left field. Dodgers score 4 on Nola. Teoscar, breaking ball, stays with it right in the middle of the bat head. It exploded at 120 miles an hour off the bat, essentially, right in the short porch. And I'm looking, yes. The replay now made it easy. The other side looked like it was foul. That one was not. Clearly 10 feet on the other side. So Dodgers put up a crooked number. It was Phillies with a 2-0 lead after 2. Dodgers score 4 here, bottom 3. Freddie with the bases empty and 1 out. As it is 2-0 when Aaron Nola starts to struggle a little bit here. He's given up 4 runs in this half inning. You have a Pajes double to left, Ohtani sac fly, and Teoscar Hernandez homer. Pajes Hayward back-to-back doubles, Ohtani with the sacrifice, and then Teoscar homer to left. Back-to-back doubles scored a run, a sacrifice fly, and a 2-run jam. 3-0 against Freeman. Big swing. This is outside of third. Bohm, take a look. This one just away from the netting. Still 3-1 count leverage for Freddie. Everybody's got the Max Strong hashtag in there for his son. Again, good to see all that stuff okay. He's back to the ballpark. 19 pitches this inning, 12 strikes, 7 balls, but maybe you can say that there's been too much contact in the zone. The Dodgers just put on some hell of a good swings here. 4-2 now, 4 unanswered runs. Freddie, this is slashed down to right field, and Aaron Nola is starting to serve it up. That was an easy single there for Freddie, and the Dodgers doing a lot of damage here against Aaron Nola. I'm not saying it's time to go ahead and get the bullpen going, but Rob Thomson looking at that scorecard, and Aaron Nola, let's see where this pitch was. This split the plate. Can't do that against somebody like Freddie. The mechanics and the location is not very good right now for Aaron Nola. He's got to get it together here. Because even though you don't have guys like Chris Taylor, Mookie Betts, and Kevin Kiermaier, or you're going to get Tommy Edman maybe back by the postseason. I know he hasn't really played it all, but Tommy Edman, Mookie Betts, I mean, come on. You're really going to extend this lineup. Dodgers still able to keep their lead with all the multitude of pitching injuries as well. Now putting up a crooked number here could get nasty. So still one out. Bottom third. Couple of doubles, a single, a sac fly, a two-run jam for Teoscar. It's been a lot of traffic here for Aaron Nola. He's got to close it down. Will Smith, 79. That split the plate on the level curve, and if Will Smith took a swing at that, it could have been 6-2. 1-2 is the count. 53 pitches in Nola's day. And he's leaving it too much in the middle of the plate. I absolutely agree. 93 outside. Will not get the call. Again, that one did miss. 2-2. You got Freddie at first. Again, they're showing Nola's delivery to see if they can pick up anything. Is he leaving the leg up too high, the arm up too high? That's what they're trying to show right now. 2-2. 92 miles an hour sinker. That's still caught a fat part of the plate. But Will Smith will follow back. If Will Smith wasn't mired in such a slump right now, probably already had a couple pitches in which he could have scored another run. 25 pitches into this third. It's going to elevate that pitch count. Shakes off the catcher Stubbs 3 times before he delivers the pitch. Try to get a double play turned. He will get it, so Aaron Nola gets a double play. He needed it badly. That's going to end the third, but he gives up 4. Couple of doubles, a single, a sac fly, and a 2-run shot for Teoscar. Makes it 4-2 Dodgers. We'll go to the fourth.
But something isn't right back home. With Mike here, home is just a touch away. Mikey was the only smart home security solution that provides video monitoring, real-time notifications, and lets you decide who comes in and who stays out. All in one easy-to-use app. So take that well-deserved break. Mikey has you covered.
$49 a month for 24 months. Only at your Southeast Michigan Ford dealer today. Spend time with the past while heading into the future with Silverado from your Metro Detroit Chevy dealers. Its advanced technology and best-in-class cargo volume makes Silverado the that's not Just go to ChevyDetroit.com for an in-depth look at the complete lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs, plus tips and tricks on how to get the most out of your new Chevy. Then put it in D and see why Chevy drives the Motor City. See how you stack up with MLB Pitch Hit and Run, the official good skills competition of Major League Baseball. Sign up for a chance to play your way to the 2024 Pitch Hit and Run National Finals. Visit PitchHitRun.com today.
This RAV4 Inning is brought to you by Toyota. Visit Toyota.com to find your 2024 RAV4 Toyota today. Toyota, let's go Phillies. Phillies down to 4-2 as we go to the 4th inning. Bohm sets it off. Game recaps and exclusive insider info that only we can bring you. Listen to the Phillies Talk podcast on YouTube and all major podcast platforms. Presented by Team Toyota. That garage happening. Hurry, it's it.
So Bohm, Marsh, and Castellanos, 4, 5, 6. All of a sudden, the Phillies had a 2-0 lead, and now it's 4-2 Dodgers. Again, back-to-back doubles, an Ohtani sac fly, 2-run shot for Teoscar, and a single for Freddie Freeman made it 4-2. as Aaron Nola really was not locating his pitches in that bottom three. Now, Glasnow, he has been dealing. He's got, 7 strikeouts? No problem. Toss over there for sure for Amanda Freeman, and Bohm settled down. That'll bring up Brandon Marsh. Again, 253, 11 bombs, 43 RBI, 34 walks, 103 strikeouts. He does have some swing and miss in his game, make it 104 after the strikeout in the second. But he can pick him up and go get it, that's for sure. And he's really got that lumberjack beard as well. That'd make Joe Thornton blush of the San Jose Sharks, Boston Bruins fame. As this one is a check swing, and they're going to make sure that that is called a ball. So the appeal is no swing. 5 seconds on the pitch clock. Glasnow, it's set to deliver a 1-0. This is a fastball high in the zone at 95. So Glasnow can get up to around 98. He's not featuring that right now. Looks like he's easing into it as much as Aaron Nola had, but there's not much easing after that third because the Dodgers really punched him right in the mouth. 1-1. Fastball high was fouled away, and now a devastating knuckle curve. That is 2-1, 83 miles an hour. So difference for Glasnow and Nola as far as the curve is 85 for Glasnow, but 75 for Nola. A little bit slower, but the movement definitely drops. 90, perfect slider. That was inside the left portion of the box, right at the elbow. Nothing Marsh could do there. He would have got jammed all up there. He would have swung at it. 2-2. Tyler Glasnow looking for another punchy. 98. That was his hardest fastball of the day, right in the same spot, in the top of the box, right where he put the sliders. So I like the pitch sequence there. An 8-mile-an-hour difference right in that same spot, but Marsh was ready for it. He got a quick swing. 2-2 still the count here for Marsh. And this is a curveball that goes right down the right field line. Bounced in off the borders here. He's got the eye black on the left and right side. Very generous with the full beard and the wet hair on that side. He's got the look. He looks like a baseball player. Again, he looks like a hockey player, but pretty damn cool to see Brandon Marsh. I think he said his mom doesn't like it that much. 90 miles an hour. 2 strikeouts here for Marsh, 2 for Harper, 2 for Schwarber. 8 strikeouts in totality, as Glasnow is turning these guys into a blender and spitting them right back out. 2 quick outs here for the Phillies. We do have some visiting Phillies fans. Again, we know they travel well. Their team has been very good. Again, I'm very jealous being from the local side for Detroit, Michigan, and I see Nick Castellanos, I see Dave Dombrowski, some of these other guys who I care about very deeply. And Dave Dombrowski's done a great job building this Phillies team, but he's always done that, whether he's been in Philadelphia, Detroit, or with the Marlins. 96 blows him away. Make it 0-2. Castellanos, 1 for 1. He got credit for the triple, but I did think that Pajes really kind of misplayed it, which allowed the Phillies to score a couple runs. That was with 2 outs. Probably shouldn't have anything right now, to be honest with you. But it opened up the door, but the Dodgers really kind of closed it there, scoring 4. The way Glasnow's pitching as well, it could be very dangerous. They show Brandon Marsh on the last side at T-Mobile Park in Seattle. He just got to the spot. He didn't even know where the ball was, but he found it in his glove. 1-2. Castellanos way out in front of it down the right field line. And we'll do it again. Out in front of that slider. Again, it's probably to be expected because when your fastball is topping up at 98, you don't really want to swing and miss there because you'll look foolish. As Glasnow takes a look at the rosin bag, he'll grab onto it. Again, about a 90-degree night here in LA. Everybody got a good sweat on. Spiked in the dirt there with the curve. Make it 2-2. Again, whether or not it's been a few years for Glasnow, as you mentioned, not using that changeup. That sinker has looked really good as well. But the slider and the fastball, those 2 pitches is what he's featuring today. Right now, Philadelphia is not able to do much with it. What's he going to do here? 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. 9 strikeouts for Mr. Tyler Glasnow. We'll go to the bottom 4. He's dealing, and that's why we wanted to watch this one today. Be right back.
You're finally on vacation, but can't help but worry that everything isn't right back home. With MyQ, home is just a touch away. MyQ is the only smart home security solution that provides video monitoring, real-time notifications, and lets you decide who comes in and who stays out, all in one easy-to-use app. So take that well-deserved break. MyQ has you covered. Not every decision you make will be as good as getting a Volkswagen at the Saudi VW Summer Sales Event. 2024 Volkswagen models cost less to maintain than Honda. 6.9% APR financing or a $3,500 customer bonus on the new 2024 Atlas or Atlas Cross Sport.
Aldridge's first career hit came in 2011 against Matt Cain. Number 1,000 against Herman Marquez and the Colorado Rockies 7 years ago. And tonight, July 26, 2024, number 2,000 against Kyle Finnegan. On two-run homer.
There are a lot of us now, and it means so much when we can all be together, especially when we can do something good, like our yearly service project. We're also running a t-shirt fundraiser through Custom Made to help raise more money and awareness for the cause. Our t-shirt fundraiser.
This round 4 inning is brought to you by Toyota. Visit Toyota.com to find your 2024 round 4 Toyota today. Toyota, let's go Phillies. 4-2 Dodgers. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. The MLB ballpark app will continue next visit to Citizens Bank Park. Buy and manage game tickets, 3D offers, access exclusive content, and much more. Download the MLB ballpark app today. To the bottom of the 4th inning. Gavin Lux completed off and singled his first.
So Aaron Nola, he gets set for this bottom 4. He got roughed up in the last part of that half inning. 4 runs. Gavin Lux, 5, 6, and 7. Lux, Hernandez, Hayward. It's kind of right where we were on the last side of it when all the damage was done. It's funny how that works. And now 2-0 as a knuckle curve way down low. And Stubbs will throw this one back. Again, either you're going to give the day off on that side or Nola has a really good rapport with Stubbs, but he's been shaking him off quite a bit in the sense of it. And his pitch release has been down the middle of the plate, or he's missed outside. This time he gets a friendly call on a knuckle curve at 78. Make it 2-1. As Nola's getting close to throwing his 60th pitch, as he's through 3 innings. We're just starting the bottom 4. It's 4-2 Dodgers. 91 way outside on the sinker, and Lux has count leverage. He already has a single, so that put him up to a 7-game hit streak for Gavin Lux. Again, you really kind of, considering where he is, Dave Roberts probably doesn't move him, but you think you can put him in the middle of the order behind Freddie Freeman. Probably look pretty good. And this is going to split the plate as well. Lux has speed. Castellanos will slide and cut it off. Lux, throw in. No problem for Gavin. He's got a double, single, double. And again, Nola, that one is right down the middle of the plate. These Dodgers, I don't care who is out of the lineup and what's not, he's not finishing his pitches. He's leaving everything up, and it's getting hammered. This really is all you can say. Again, I'm not a baseball, student here in the sense of being able to tell you everything across the game, but when you hang the pitches against Major League Baseball players, especially of the caliber that they are, they're going to hit the mistakes. That's why these guys stay in the league, especially throw it down the middle of the plate. No, I just don't think it's looked as sharp as they would have expected. Kike Hernandez, 2-12. He grounded into a double play in the second. Nola needs that right now, but he's not going to be able to get a double play. Kike has got an opportunity to get the Lux to third. Again, you take an out, get a runner to third, score on a sacrifice, make it 5-2. That looks pretty good because the way Glasnow is pitching, say he gets through 6 or 7, I don't think he's going to give up much more, to be honest with you. So this is a very big run for the Dodgers to get, in my opinion. 1-1. It's a very poor swing there for Kike Hernandez, and that's kind of the reason why he's batting .212. And the reason I say that there, we talk about the amount of pitches that Nola has been able to leave in the strike zone. You really don't have to go after anything because you should be able to get a pitch to hit. That's kind of what we're seeing in this game. See if he can shake it off. He'll step out. So he's got one more disengagement. Does Nola? I don't think Hernandez has any. 35 on the four seam, 29 on the sinker, 24 on the knuckle curve, just 8% and 5% on change of cutter. 79, that was the knuckle curve. So he's mainly been a two-pitch pitcher. Glasnow has mainly been a two-pitch pitcher, but Glasnow has thrown about 98. 4 extra base hits allowed in the last 8 batters, 3 doubles in a tank. It's not what you want to do, and all these balls have been hit hard. 1-2. Discount leverage for Nola. Got to be able to get Kike here. His numbers have been poor. 1-2 pitch. He hung a knuckle curve, and Kike is a lazy fly ball right to Trea. First out of the fourth, as he can't advance the runner here for Gavin Lux. That'll bring it up to Jason Hayward. Hayward and Pajes, 7 and 8, had doubles in the third inning, and that really kind of started it rolling before Ohtani got a sac fly and Teoscar had a 2-run shot. Teoscar blasted that one down the left field line, stayed fair. 100 and I believe 1,909 miles an hour. Hayward, bounce, Harper, good stab. We'll get the out of first. That will advance the runner to third. Pajes will be the last hope here for the Dodgers in the fourth. Again, that's a big run because you had a chance at second. And all you had to do was advance the runner. Couldn't do it. Finally do it now with Hayward. Pajes got to get a hit here. So again, with the pitches that have been laid out, should be patient here. Try to find yours. Could really make this a 5-2 game. Pitch clock down to 1. Pajes takes a huge swing. He wanted a fastball, got the cutter instead. Only been featured about 6% of the time. Pajes swing and miss. 243 with an RBI double in the third and a run scored in this game. Dodgers scored 4 in the last half inning when the bottom 4 drove there with you at Dodgers Stadium. Nola. He's really letting that pitch count and clock, go all the way down. As he'll step off, use his disengagement. Start it again, down to 5. Nola gets a sign from Stubbs. He likes it. 93 miles an hour, way outside of the left box. So it's 68 pitches in Nola's day. The third inning with the 4 runs is what's left his pitch count very elevated. Still can try to settle it down. He's got to keep it right where it is. 92. Sinker. That low in the box. And toward the belt. Make it 1-2. So it was the first extra base hit for Pajes in the last inning since the 21st of July. Thank you for Philadelphia NBC Sports for that. Again, landing the counter, go all the way down to 1. 91 on a 4-seam. And Pajes just takes one. Not sure what he was looking at there. It was a good pitch to hit. So Nola gives up a double. Nothing more. It's down to the 5th. It's the Dodgers up 4-2.
With Mike, Tom is just a touch away. Mikey was the only smart home security solution that provides video monitoring, real-time notifications, and lets you decide who comes in and who stays out, all in one easy-to-use app. So take that well-deserved break. MyQ has you covered.
It's Toyota's national sales event. Swipe into endless summer fun with an exciting new Toyota. Whether you're paddle boarding in a RAV4, riding in a Tacoma, or chipping with your best friends in a Camry, you'll find plenty to boast about all summer long.
Lease a dynamic new 24 Tacoma for $349 a month. Get a new 24 Tundra with 1.99 APR financing or $2,000 customer cash with 2 years no cost maintenance.
Come in today. Ooh, like
Toyota, let's go places.
Whoever said patience is a virtue never sat in these K-Type GT sports seats. The Alec and new Kia K5 GT and Tia. Use the new 2025 K5 LXS at $279 a month.
That's our T-Mobile coverage jam. That's one of the greatest shots right there. Tommy that's sort of just checking things off the bench. As the Phillies scored 9 runs in the 9th inning to win that ball game 12-11. Crocker came off the bench with a pinch hit home run, a 3-run shot. You heard Harry say he was pinch hitting for Roger McTowell, who got the win. The Phillies allowed 8 runs in the 5th inning that night.
Check back into the 5th inning for the Philadelphia Phillies. They're still down 4-2. Bryce and Stott will lead off this 5th. It'll be Stott, Hayes, and Stubbs, the bottom of the order here against Glasnow. Glasnow has 8 strikeouts through 5. Let me make sure that I have that number correct because I did have that written down. In the sense, he's got 9 through 5 innings. So his pitch count still in great shape considering how many strikeouts he has. 67. It's a 2-1 count. This is way high. Didn't have to get out of the crouch anyway because nobody on base but Will Smith able to get a big paw on. Stop 1 for 1. Again, Phillies don't have a lot of hits to speak of right now. Do have a couple of runs. Austin Hayes double was the last one there. Stop grounds it foul. Is able to stay a 3-2 count leverage. 2 runs, 3 hits for the Phillies, 4 runs, 7 hits, no errors on either side for the Dodgers. That is where we are right now. John here with you doing the call at Dodger Stadium. It's been a while since we did a game. Stop. No problem there for Gavin Wicks. Soft toss over there to Freddie Freeman, 1 up, 1 down. Austin Hayes. Again, it's kind of interesting him not being a member of the Baltimore Orioles, but I only say that because you got guys like Colton Cowser, you have Gunnar Henderson, I know who's the shortstop, but there's a lot of other guys. Cedric Mullins already in the mix, but there's so many outfield spots that need to be opened up. And the Philadelphia Phillies don't want to play Kyle Schwarber at left if they don't have to. And now you have Bryce Harper, who looks to be the everyday first baseman. Why not go out and get Austin Hayes? Again, just 70 games played, but 247. He's got a double and an RBI in this one. He can be your everyday left fielder. And I think as he continues to get healthy and rounded out, still 29, I think he's got a lot to bring. I think it was a smart trade there for Dave Dombrowski. What makes it interesting, though, is they had to give up Sir Anthony Dominguez and another bullpen arm to Baltimore, which ultimately really helps Baltimore because they need a bullpen help. And those are 2 teams that could be in the World Series. Hayes will smack it foul. 1 and 2. So at least for Austin Hayes, I can say this. He went from a possible World Series team to another possible World Series team. You always hate when you go from a good team and you get traded to a bad team. He's still in the middle of the pennant chase on the side. He switched to the senior circuit. 1 and 2. Glasnow, 96, and Hayes able to punch that one for a strike down the left field line. And again, probably smart for Hayes. I know it was a ball, but we talk about a little bit toward the left side, outside, up. That can be called. Maybe a few inches off from being called, but still too close. 90. This is right field, lazy fly ball near the foul line, and Jason Hayward will jog over and make the catch for 2 outs. Glasnow 75 pitches into his day. Looks like the way that he's going, he could at least go 6 solid, trying to go 7. That would be great for Dave Roberts, because then that sets you up for Vesia, Trinan, whoever you want to throw out there, Daniel Hudson. 3 groundouts, 2 flyouts, 9 strikeouts. So most of the out distribution, nothing will put the bat on the ball. It's hard to do so because Tyler Glasnow is one of the best strikeout pitchers we got in the game. So really no slouch. I know the Phillies have been struggling of late. 2 of 8 in the last 10, maybe 2 and 9 in the last 11 now. They lose this one, but still they have a 6-game lead on Atlanta. Ooh, boy. Right inside his kitchen. Fouled off for Stubbs as if he doesn't get hit enough as a catcher. Now he is hopping his left leg as he smokes himself with a foul ball. He's going to need some extra time. Taking a big cut. Ooh, hit him on the left side. He's got the flush for the padding on the left side, but I don't think that hit the side of the inside of the knee just before the kneecap, just outside of the guard. So Garrett Stubbs is going to be hurting a little bit. And he's going to need some time.
Any other things about he said was, he was going did you have a bonding mode? Was it
I felt like if there was a need for Wedding Crashers 2, I would probably get a cameo.
love it?
Yeah. Yep. I did have so many questions I wanted to ask, but I didn't ask.
Well, you sort of let him think that he did a big deal.
My thought is that I may see him again. So I was just planting the seed.
Gotcha. Just water it. Just water it.
So that's what Dana looks like. Yeah, just plant the seed.
I think he's going to bruise there, Tom. There's no protection there. He's on one of those 95-mile-an-hour fastballs from the inside part of the plate that is cutting in on those lefties.
So Stubbs falling off a cutter, got an extended long layoff, and now he's going to hit this one weakly. For Lux. Lux is out. He's in pain. He can barely get to first. Finishes that bat. I think he's going to try to stay in to keep Real Muto off his feet. It'll be Ahmed, Otani, and Hernandez. Bottom 5 when we come back.
But something isn't right back home. With Mike here, home is just a touch away. Mikey was the only smart home security solution that provides video monitoring, real-time notifications, and lets you decide who comes in and who stays out, all in one easy-to-use app. So take that well-deserved break. Mikey has you covered.
The Naked Board Summer Sales Event is on. Amazing offers and a great selection of the best-selling trucks in America for 47 years. Ford F-Series, gas, hybrid, or all electric. These are the deals you've been waiting for. So don't wait. Make it Ford. Make it yours. Make it now.
With Turning Easy Fan Leslie's finished the 2024 F-150 XLT 4x4 Super Crew for $329 a month for 24 months only at your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers.
Wrap up your DIY project with the help of the Blazer from your Metro Detroit Chevy dealers. With Blazer's spacious interior and generous cargo space, there's plenty of room for those perfect final touches that will make your house a home. Just go to ChevyDetroit.com for an in-depth look at the complete lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs, plus tips and tricks on how to get the most out of your new Chevy. Then, put it in D and see why Chevy drives the Motor City.
We get set to go after this commercial break into the bottom five.
Oh, the moon was beautiful. Jonathan Broxton was big. That stairs hit it a long way. A Hankook driving moment. Go ahead, 2-run home run in the eighth inning. Game 4 of the National League Championship Series. Mike Marmon, our director, was out there. And that's basically where it was hit. You know, a few years ago, Mark did an interview with Matt. Well, Matt was part of our television crew. And Herb was too, and they were sitting out there doing the interview. I mean, the one thing that you can gather, it was what a moment it was.
That ball, when it was hit, it felt like it was hit out of a cannon.
Breaking ball down there, it's a strike going one. One of the more incredible playoff.
So 9-1-2 due up in the fifth for Dave Roberts order and the LA Dodgers. They're still enjoying a 4-2 lead over the Phillies as they're starting a 3-game series at Dodger Stadium. Ahmed 1 for 1 today as Aaron Nola 71 pitches into his outing. He's through 4. Again, if he can get through 5 with 4 runs, I think that would be okay. However, he really got touched up in that third, and that's what allowed those 4 runs to come across the plate. Couple doubles, sac fly, 2-run shot there for Teoscar Hernandez. They will kind of get it right where it is, and that's where part of the order is going to be again. Ahmed really swung in a pitch he shouldn't have. And Nola's got his 4th strikeout knuckle curve. He went fishing big time. And that'll bring it up for Shohei, who last scored on a sacrifice fly. 0 for 2 today for Shohei, but still above the 300 marker. Again, I can't get over the 31 stolen bases. Considering you don't want him to pitch, you really don't want him to play in the outfield. He's still been able to do all the damage just as a batter. So Ohtani will spit on the knuckle curve. Wasn't anywhere close. 1-0. In 305, slugging 620, 33 bombs, 80 RBI. Again, that just been updated from my notes. Got 1 today. 1-0. He stays very still, very tall. He's got his hands above his shoulders. 78, trying to get a frame job there from Stubbs. Again, I'm sure he's feeling that bruise on the left side of his leg. As it's 2-0 on Ohtani. Cocks the bat over his left shoulder. And now he'll get set to put it up straight up to the sky. As it's 2 seconds on the pitch clock. Nola gets the signal and delivers. Bounced up into his kitchen, 3-0. Maybe they're just going to go ahead and walk Ohtani here. But again, he is a threat on the base paths. And you don't have Real Muto there. You got Stubbs. I'm sure Stubbs has an average arm, but not Real Muto's arm. So that could really be a problem should he get on base. But he's got 3-0 count leverage. See if he wants to get nasty here. Nola's 77th pitch. This is double down the line. Ohtani's got good speed, so he's going to at least get 2, and he'll just jog into second base, no problem. So a double there and a sacrifice fly, as Ohtani really likes, and everybody else likes doing that. As the security guys, ball boy, making sure they get out of the way, had to get their chair and just knock that one, as this was smoked down the right field line, just away from the chalk. They just took off, moved that chair, just running as fast as they can. And Castellanos says, no problem, I'll just play this bank and throw it right in. That was some good speed there from the ball boy and security. So Teoscar last time in a 2-run tank could do it again. They get a 6-2 game, and the way Glasnow's pitching, they get a problem. Teoscar, he tried to give it a ride, but he got 2 out in front of it. He put his hand up there immediately, and he knew it. But he hit it pretty well. He just got out in front. And I'll leave it up to Freddie. So right-left switch. Try to get the bat-handedness matchup here for Freddie Freeman. Had a single in his last time out. Ohtani's got a double here in the bottom 5 with 2 outs. Dodgers don't want to leave him stranded too many more times. Although Glasnow's pitched well. Freddie, step off first here for Nola. Freddie 1 for 2 with a single in this game that came in the third inning. 16 bombs, 67 RBI. He doesn't think about swinging at the sinker. 1-0. Lots of Dodgers fans here at home, as you would expect. It's always a loaded crowd. We got a lot of Phillies fans here as well. Again, these teams should travel well. They're absolutely incredible. Been dealing with some injuries on the Dodgers side, but Mookie Betts, Chris Taylor closer to coming back than that. Freddie slap it down the first baseline, foul. 1-1. Nola 20 pitches away from the century mark through 4 innings and 2/3. There is a ton of security/ball boys here for the Dodgers now. They're all down the right field line that they showed the camera shot there from the Phillies side in NBC Sports. 1-1. Freddie's going to launch at one down the left field line. Way foul anyway. That was way out of the zone. And Ohtani got his sprints in. We'll go back to second base. I was going to look across the MLB scoreboard, and I'll do that probably going into the 7th inning. In this instance, I was looking at Boston and KC. I thought about maybe covering that one, but I wanted to get the late game because I know I could get all the notes and get prep in. 1-2. Good knuckle curve, but Freddie's got the eye. 2-2. He's just making his return back to the lineup after being at the hospital with his son Max and his wife. First DH all time with 30 home runs and 30 stolen bases in a season. First Dodgers player since Matt Kemp. I think you know him well. There goes Ohtani. And Ohtani gets the steal. That was on a knuckle curve. And that's not what you want to throw there, considering what Ohtani's already got speed. Is 32nd stolen base for the 30-year-old full-time DH. And man, oh man, Ohtani is a large human being. He's got a ton of speed. He's well over 6 feet. And I think as well, when they got the pitch off in the throw, Ohtani's halfway to third. It's not the way you're going to get it done. Full count. Freddie stabs at it. Right to Bryce and stop. And it's going to strand Ohtani. We'll go through 5. It's still 4-2 Dodgers.
You're finally on vacation, but can't help but worry that something isn't right when you come in. With Mike here, home is just a touch away. Mikey is the only smart home security solution that provides video monitoring, real-time notifications, and lets you decide who comes in and who stays out. All in one easy-to-use app. So take that on the surf break. Mikey has it covered. Not every decision you make will be as good as getting the Volkswagen Savvy VW Summer Sales Event. 2024 Volkswagen
So Tyler Glasnow, as we get set for the 6 here in a moment, has been absolutely ridiculous. He's got 5 innings, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 9 strikeouts. Aaron Nola has given up 8 hits, 4 and 4 Ks. Nola, no walks. And I'm going to see if Glasnow has any. I didn't remember one. He's got no walks as well. So both pitchers not screwing around, putting runners on base. You can't do that between these two. But Glasnow with 9 Ks. He's got Schwarber twice, Harper twice, and Marsh twice. And he's mixed in some strikeouts on the other side as well. Turner has punched out once, Castellanos, and Stubbs. And then again, as we said, Schwarber, Harper, and Marsh both twice. I'm leveraging these cough drops. I think it's probably time I use one, get into the 6. It's been a while since I called the game. Try to keep the pipe. I think I'm doing okay, though. I haven't had to hit the register too much. Kind of monitor myself and pace myself so I can be good for Wednesday if Cooper Hopkins can join him. That's a good pitching matchup. I hope he can. So Glasnow goes to the top of the order here for the third time through. It'll be Schwarber, Turner, and Harper. Broken bat. This is a loop and a dive. I'm not going to get there. Schwarber doesn't have a ton of speed. He doesn't want to get caught between first and second. He'll go back to first. So normally I wouldn't agree with the decision to go ahead and dive out there, but because it's Schwarber, Hayward can go ahead and give it a look. If he doesn't get there, Pius can cut it off. That's exactly what they did. So broken bat single for Kyle Schwarber. He gets a single to answer his 2 strikeouts as that one falls in. So Trea Turner does not offer at the slider at 89, 1-0 against Trea, who is very dangerous. Again, he was going in at 312. He's at 310 now after a strikeout in the lineup. Doesn't have as many stolen bases as he normally would, being a young kid, but still an all-around player. 89 on a slider again. Glasnow has thrown that a lot. I would dare say, covering this game so far, leaning more slider than 4-seam, but it's basically slider, 4-seam. You can mix in a little bit of a sinker there, but a 2-pitch pitcher here today to great effectiveness. 1-1 is the pitch count against Turner. 95. Here's a fly ball. Hayward going to make this catch just outside of right center in the track, and it'll send Schwarber back to first. So Tyler Glasnow, 83 pitches into his day, 5 1/3 innings, 9 strikeouts, only giving up 2 runs, no walks for either Nola or Glasnow. So Bryce Harper will be next. Harper with a couple strikeouts as well. Again, Schwarber with his last at bat got a single. We'll see if Harper can get something here to the positive. 82, tough pitch on a curveball. That was just outside, but called a strike. When you've been around it all day, as these pitchers have, you'd be down to get one. But he said, behind the dish, it's been a little lenient, especially pitchers up higher just outside. 95, bust Harper inside, and he'll spin him. Bryce Harper, odds to get a hit are plus 320. That seems kind of low in the sense you don't want to take it, but it is Glasnow, which on the sense difficult. Pitch clock down to 5. 97 as Glasnow reaches back for a little bit extra, and Harper was overmatched. Make it 1-2. Was just out of the zone to entice him enough to swing up high. When you're throwing at that velocity, even for somebody like Harper, it's hard to get to. What's he going to do now? Might be easy to go to a slider here off the back foot maybe, or just something outside. Flights off a fastball, and it goes down the line. So Bryce Harper, that went right in the same spot there for Glasnow. Schwarber makes it all the way to third, and Harper's going to get a double. So he was able to swing the late, get it down the left field line, and get a double. That was a very good pitch for Tyler Glasnow as he shakes his head. And Bryce Harper that will fight that one off late up high in the zone and just get a piece of the fastball to slash it down the line and stay fair. Sometimes you get lucky, and that's what Bryce Harper got right there. So Alec Bohm try to get the job done as the cleanup man. 295. Again, 77 RBI. That is the best cleanup man for the Phillies right now as far as RBI guy. Runners at second and third. It's Harper at second, Schwarber at third. Phillies trying to tie this game or take the lead with one swing of the bat. Glasnow. This is fouled just outside the foot, so no problem there for Bohm, but it's 0-1. Glasnow going to throw his 89th pitch once we get the signal and settled here. Again, Schwarber's not going to mess around. I wouldn't even think with the wall pitcher goes to the backstop. I think he's going to be tailored right where he is with his speed. But Harper at second, so the double play is not open. Down to 4. Tapper. That'll get Schwarber home as Glasnow couldn't get to it off the jump. That'll get Harper to third, and now it's a 4-3 game. So Alec Bohm does his job. He will get a sacrifice and get a run in. Now we'll see a Brandon Marsh who's already punched out a couple times. Again, this is another one that just got slowly punched toward the right field side of first. It was so slow that Glasnow couldn't get to it, and Schwarber saw that all the way, and he just went ahead and ran home. It's the second time that's happened because I think Bohm had one of those, Stott had one of those, and Glasnow, it's like, man, oh man, I make a great pitch, he still make contact. It's so slow that it's going to score a run anyway. Because Castellanos did that in the second when he was able to go from third to home on a very slow hit from Bryce and Stott. But now it's 4-3. Marsh. This is a left center field fly ball, but the Dodgers are going to get out of it. Back up a couple steps is Teoscar. The Phillies get one, courtesy of Alec Bohm on a sacrifice, essentially, but it's still 4-3 Dodgers.
You're finally on vacation, but can't help but worry because something isn't right for home. With MyQ, home is just a touch away. MyQ is the only smart home security solution that provides video monitoring, real-time notifications, and lets you decide who comes in and who stays out, all in one easy-to-use app. So take that well-deserved break. MyQ has you covered.
Summer won't last forever. But during Toyota's national sales event, you can make memories that will. Come on.
Person, on. Let's be in a moment.
Get an adventurous new 24 RAV4 or RAV4 hybrid with 4.99 APR financing, or lease a gas-powered RAV4 for $339 a month with 2 years no-cost maintenance. Toyota. Let's go.
It's a good game so far.
Make this a summer share. The 3-row Kia Sorento. The Tech 4 with Sportage.
We'll give you a scoring update
Available all-wheel drive.
in this game so far for anyone that's checking in the comments section
Each one recommended by consumer.
as we go bottom 6.
This summer, visit your local Kia dealer. Kia. Movement that inspires.
See how you stack up with MLB pitch hit and run.
I don't think Nola has been as sharp as he usually would be, but he's kept his team in the game. He did give up 4 runs in the third. Glasnow 2 in the second, 1 in the sixth. It's a 4-3 Dodgers lead.
Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. And by Nissan, and Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself.
If you have MLB Network outside of Philadelphia or LA, you can watch this game in totality. They're going to have that on for the next few days. I know that, depending on where you are. Otherwise, if you're inside Philly or LA, you have to watch that on your local networks. I'm watching this on MLB TV. Wednesday, I'll be on the local network for Bally Sports Detroit. This will be Tarek Skubal and George Kirby. Hopefully, Cooper Hopkins can join me on that one. Will Smith, and this is a great stab for Stott to Harper, and he's able to get the out from second to first. I was scolded there, and Bryson Stott might have be shaking out the left hand as he was able to make the defensive play of the game so far. I definitely agree with that. As this one was a good hit for Will Smith. Good stab there for Stott. No problem. Toss it over there to Bryce Harper. Didn't really have to move there on the back. It was a good throw as well. Good glove, good throw, good play there from Bryson Stott and Harper. So this is Gavin Lux. Take a big swing as Will Smith was absolutely robbed. 4, 5, and 6 due up in the sixth. Again, a 7-game hit streak for Gavin Lux. He's got a single and a double, 2 for 2, as the Dodgers are hanging on to a 1-run 4-3 lead. 78 knuckle curve, 0-2. Aaron Nola trying to get a quick inning. He needs one right now. Especially it's kind of lean into that from what we talked about in scoring runs. I'll scroll back down here again in the second inning. As it's 0-2. Again, he was able to, or excuse me, the third inning, we go up 4 runs. The Phillies scored 2 in the second, 4 in the third for the Dodgers, and then 1 in the 6 for Philly. That's why it's 4-3. So that 4-run third inning for Aaron Nola is where the pitch counts got a little elevated. And then the fourth again, about 30, 28, 30 pitches. And between both of that, the third and fourth got it elevated. That's why he's at 88. Gavin Lux, again with a couple of hits, double single, has an 0-2 count. As Nola wants to get really through 6 with 100 pitches. Offers at a pitch way up out of the zone for whatever reason. Alec Bohm shielding his eyes, makes the catch. So Kike Hernandez will come to the dish. 213, 6 bombs, 23 RBI, but again, those numbers a little bit lower here as he's had a couple of miserable at-bats. He's really been struggling since being reacquired here from the LA Dodgers. He is a guy that is a utility man that can play everywhere, but his bat has been ice cold. So double play popped to short. Now a can of corn on the right field line, make it 0-1. So Kike now closer to 210 from the double play and the pop out. He's rocking the blue Aviators. 23 RBI, I'd like to get up as well, and you think he can get maybe 15, 20 home runs in a good season. As a 78 on a knuckle curve, make it 1-1. Trying to get settled here in the bullpen here is Tanner Banks. Now starting to get warm as Nola's at 92 pitches after this. He'll shake off Stubbs a couple more times. They've had a lot of that miscommunication, I can tell you that for sure. 91, and for whatever reason, Hernandez was late. That kind of tells you you're struggling. You swing a miss at a 91 up in the happy zone. You're really not seeing the ball well. Again, it's easier for me to say, but the guys in the major leagues, that's easy. No problem on that side. And if someone is using the gun on the other end to make sure that the back doesn't tighten up. Always nice to get those pressure guns. Kike will fall straight back on 91, late again on a 4-seam. It's hard to believe he'd be late on back-to-back 91-mile-an-hour fastballs. But again, it kind of tells me that I think some of these Dodgers are sitting on that curveball, and that's hard to do because the curveball really hasn't been in the zone too much, or when it has, it's when it got hit in the third inning. 78, way down low. And Stubbs will stop it, but there was nobody on base. As we settle in the bottom 6 and the Dodger fans are doing the wave, Aaron Nola grabbing onto the rosin bag and getting everything settled as that pressure gun in the dugout is really getting going on that side, just to make sure not to tighten up. 91 again on a 4-seam is followed straight back, right into a bevy of crowd. Someone's got a Jackie Robinson shirt on there. Really love to see that. See some Clayton Kershaws and everything else across it as well. So 2-2. It's Kike Hernandez, 3 straight foul balls. I think they're showing Ranger Suarez there with the gun. This is line drive caught by Stott. So he's had a couple really good defensive plays in that 6th inning. He robbed a couple hits. It'll be Castellanos, Stott, and Hayes as we go to the 7th.
Experience it with the tracks from your Metro Detroit Chevy dealers. With its bigger, bolder design and 5 available trim levels to choose from, you can pick a Trax that expresses your lifestyle while you enjoy a whole new way to roll. Just go to ChevyDetroit.com for an in-depth look at the complete lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs, plus tips and tricks on how to get the most out of your new Chevy. Then put it in D and see why Chevy drives the Motor City.
Google Cloud AI knows that 102 mile per hour exit velocity with a 38-degree launch angle and the fact that 95 degrees means that ball's going to carry 6.6 feet Mikey, home is just a touch away. Mikey was the only smart home security solution that provides video monitoring, real-time notifications, and lets you decide who comes in and who stays out, all in one easy-to-use app. So take that well-deserved break. Mikey has you covered.
No, we're about how the New York game separate. The Phillies jumped out to a 2-0 lead. But then the Dodgers got 4 runs off Aaron Nola in the third, the bottom of their order. That did a lot of the damage. In fact, the bottom 3 hitters each scored a run, and then Jasper Hernandez hit a home run. Aaron Nola, 6 innings, 4 strikeouts, 4 earned runs, 8 hits. We'll see if he's done. Tyler Glasnow is done. 9 strikeouts, 3 earned runs over 6. I think Aaron is done after that outing. And Michael Kopech will be the new pitcher. Kopech acquired by the Dodgers from the White Sox. Mr. Castellanos hit out to shortstop. Down that throws out the play.
So check into the 7th. Tyler Glasnow's line is final. Again, he's only given up the couple of 3 runs through 6 innings. Now Michael Kopech, we'll see how far he's going to go here. He's required from the Chicago White Sox. Get to know him well from the AL Central side of the hometown Tigers. So Kopech, he gets moved, and I think he's going to be a pretty good pickup there for the Dodgers. As far as if you can keep his fastball located and use him in the bullpen, he can be absolutely nasty. He can go up to 100. They tried to use him as a starter for several years. White Sox have lost 20 games in a row. So their record is absolutely in the dumps. They didn't get Garrett Crochet traded, which I really think that was a mistake. Would have been nice to get Crochet and Kopech on the same team, but Crochet had a lot of demands, and that is why nobody made the move for him, because he wasn't going to get in the postseason and pitch in the postseason unless he's already there. So, you know what? If you're going to go ahead and say that, we don't need you. So Kopech 1 and 2. Castellanos was down after a shot to third base and a toss to first. So Kopech now, again, he said he features about 100 miles an hour. He got some off-speed stuff. He's from Mount Pleasant, Texas. Kind of interesting. You got Mount Pleasant in Michigan. You got Mount Pleasant, Texas. This is 99. No problem ground ball for Nick Ahmed. That was close, honestly. As it just got Bryce and Stott. He was busting his behind down the line. And it's still 2 up, 2 down as Michael Kopech just 6 pitches into his day out of bullpen relief. Rob Thomson now on the dish. He's going to try to make sure to get the bullpen ready there for Nola. I think both of these starters might be done through 6. And, yep, that's in the glove. Before they thought about challenging there maybe, but I think it was more of a bullpen call. Because it's Austin Hayes, 6, 7, 8. Try to get done in order for Kopech. That could be clean. 99. We'll split the plate, and that exploded right out of the hands. Heavy velocity, especially late in the game. Again, the RPMs, everything else, it's a lot different from what we usually see. These guys max effort all the time, and that's where you kind of deal with these Tommy Johns. You don't want to have that there, but Kopech could be absolutely devastating for the Dodgers, especially going into the postseason. Man, oh man, that's a golden arm. So Austin Hayes got an RBI double in this game. 85 on a slider way outside. Make it 1 and 2. Again, you got Will Smith behind the dish. You got Garrett Stubbs behind the dish for Philadelphia. So you're going to relief for JT Realmuto. And this is toward the middle. This is right in between Nick Ahmed. And this will be played right to Pajes. As Austin Hayes with a couple hits. He's been a pretty good pickup off the trade deadline from Baltimore to Philadelphia. And then everyday left fielder, I think, is going to feel right at home. No batting gloves. And this one is right in between that hole between the second base and shortstop. And that was easy. Right to Pajes. Just got to throw it in. So Kopech, 11 pitches. He's got 3 balls and 7 strikes. 98. Make that 8 strikes as we officially get to 11. Garrett Stubbs 0 for 2. Definitely could have walked in his first plate appearance, but he swung at 2 balls. Ryan Kirkering and Tanner Banks, righty-lefty dual action threat there for the Phillies in the bullpen. Ryan Kirkering is usually the one that they go to when they have the lead, so we might see Banks. Again, it's been a while since I covered the Philadelphia Phillies and covered a game and all that, so don't quote me, but that's kind of what I'm going with. Kirkering is excellent in the bullpen for Philadelphia. 98 again. That pounds the zone. Sometimes Kopech, for as hard as he throws it, here it is, hit it. You can be overmatched with somebody like him, especially when you play off that slider or changeup. Tenuous lead for Hayes at first. 99, way up in the zone. That one was a ball, but Stubbs will offer at it. Again, Stubbs could have taken several of these, but he gets very tended to want to swing more than take a ball. If it's anything close, he's swinging at it. Kopech in the full lumberjack beard. 1-2 the count against Stubbs. It's already punched out before. I'll do so again, call 3. 99. Didn't want anything to do with the heat. Kopech made that look very easy. That's why they picked them up. Hayward, Pajas, and Ahmed as we'll go stretch.
But worry that something isn't right back home. With MyQ, home is just a touch away. MyQ is the only smart home security solution that provides video monitoring, real-time notifications, and lets you decide who comes in and who stays out, all in one easy-to-use app. So take that well-deserved break. MyQ has you covered.
Hey, it's Jerry. Let me show you how to create my dorm room box for less with Amazon. I have tons of different clothes. I have some pajama pants, more pajama pants. People say I have too much. Ignore this, some people. I love to journal. I got my gratitude journal. I got my mantra journal. I got my 5-minute journal. And I got a package from Amazon. We got today. This is my journal that I journal about journal. Wish I had more.
I love my kids, but I also love having it broke. So this back to school season, I'm just gonna spend less on them. Amazon has low prices on everything kids need, like a water bottle and definitely won't lose.
This game was going to be a challenge for the Phillies against a team as talented as the Dodgers. Definitely a back-and-forth game so far, Ben.
Yeah, that's been back and forth. Glasnow was really good. Phil's got a couple runs early in the ball game on a couple misplayed balls. One in center field by Hayes, another one by Glasnow, and they were able to get a couple runs. Just one run down in this ball game. They're definitely in this one, but glad to see Glasnow out of that ball game.
Yeah, Nola, I mean, you brought up the point where Aaron Nola just really had one bad inning. I mean, you look at that inning, a lot of hits. So, I mean, you give up 5 hits in 1 inning, putting a home run pass for Hernandez. I thought he was just hanging his breaking ball in that inning. I mean, besides that, he was okay in this ball game too. But you know what? Anytime you give the Dodgers a little opening, they're going to take a lot.
Now the Phillies still very much in this game. I'm really sending it back to you, Los Angeles.
All right, guys, thank you. It is a 1-run game. The first line secure 2025 season ticket before the public on Saturday. With over 30 sell-outs this year, season tickets are the best way to secure seats for 2025. Season tickets include exclusive benefits such as price savings versus single game tickets. Go to Phillies.com/season deposits. Tanner Banks is the new pitcher for the Bills. As we go to the home 7th inning, he takes over for Aaron Nola. As Ricky mentioned, and we talked about this too, Aaron just had one bad inning.
So we get to the bottom third of the order. Hayward, Pajas, and Nick Ahmed and Bohm able to get a piece of that defense off Hayward. Good stab at that again. Second and third base, they played some good defense here in between Bryce and Stott and Alec Bohm. You know they're pretty good in the middle of that infield. That was a good stab and reach field to make the catch, trying not to throw over. So Tanner Banks in relief of Aaron Nola. Again, it was 1 inning for Aaron Nola when she gave up all the runs in that third. Here's an easy soft toss over. No problem there for Trea Turner. Right to Bryce Harper. And that's going to take away Pajas. Now Nick Ahmed. We're in the bottom 7. A couple very quick outs. 3 pitches, 2 outs. That is a broadcaster's dream. I will take that. as far as not being able to cover a game for a few weeks here, taking that extended break. I was getting some stuff done in the backlog as well, alongside with the Waterford Sharks. Feels good to jump back in and cover some games. I'll be back with you on Wednesday when we cover the Mariners and Tigers. That'll be at T-Mobile. It'll be Skubal versus George Kirby. That on Wednesday. I will try to get Cooper Hopkins with me, at least just for a couple innings or something to check in. I think he probably will be able to do that. And then we'll get a game on the weekend as well. So 3 baseball games this week. This is a scramble throw, and Bohm gets it. So Ahmed, some speed, but Bohm makes a nice play, able to stay with it, throw it over, and the Dodgers turned away in their bottom of the order, in order. It's still 4-3. Dodgers holding on to a run lead in Tanner Banks. That was a really good inning. Let's go to the 8th.
You're finally on vacation, but can't help but worry that something isn't right back home. With Mikey, it's just a touch away. Mikey was the only smart home security solution that provides video monitoring, real-time notifications, and lets you decide who comes in and who stays out, all in one easy-to-use app. So take that well-deserved break. Mikey has you covered.
It's Toyota's National Sales Event. Swipe into end of summer fun with an exciting new Toyota. Whether you're paddle boarding in a RAV4, mountain biking in a Tacoma, or tipping.
So now that we're through 7, trying to save the voice a little bit here on this, so I think we're good. Let's go to the out-of-town scoreboard. There's not a ton of games. Again, we're covering the Dodgers and Phillies. It's going to go to the 8th. The Dodgers still up 4-3. Mets shut out the Cardinals 6-0. 6 runs on 9 hits. Cardinals strand 6 hits, can't do anything. Diamondbacks beat the Guardians in extras. The Diamondbacks have been charging of late, kind of similar to what they did over the last couple of years to make the postseason. 7 runs on 10 hits. Guardians 6-10, no errors across. Reds destroy the Marlins 10-3, 15-hit attack. Marlins have 11 hits, but they can't really play one of the runners stranded in scoring position. Giants get to 500 with a 4-1 win over the Nationals. The Rangers beat the Astros. That is good for the Seattle Mariners, as the Rangers still 54-59. Astros fall to 57-55. So that does give the Mariners a little bit of breathing room as they open up the 3-game series with the Tigers tomorrow. They should win that game easily against the Tigers because you got Luis Castillo going against a guy that has ERA over 6.5. So Rangers won 4-3. Twins shut out the Cubs 3-0. And the Red Sox, the only other game, 9-5 over the Royals. So the Royals was a little bit of wild card spot. White Sox lost 21 in a row, 10-48 on the road, 5-1 loss to Oakland A's, who are 20 games below 500, but the White Sox are 27-88. I hope you were sitting in your chair for that. So Anthony Banda, now the new arm, as Schwarber really offered at a slider way out of the plate. So you went for Kopech. Kopech pretty much throws 7 pitches. He's done. Now you bring in Banda. And then let's see if they'll go to Daniel Hudson or Vesia or Blake Trinan, or the normal closer will be. Try to set it up exactly as they want to. Kopech was so darn nasty, though. You kind of wonder if get close to maybe throwing a few more innings or just try to get it done that way. Schwarber, 1 for 3 today. It's his 4th at bat. 95 way outside, and Banda will not get the call as Schwarber tries to work his way back in the count. He's very good at doing so. Again, it's either walk, home run, strikeout. Mix there for Schwarber, the modern day out and done, but his batting average is about 40 points better than it normally is. This one is way outside on a slider. No chance for Will Smith to even get a glove on it. So Schwarber, Turner, and Harper. We're going to go back to the top of the order. And if the Dodgers have anything to say about it, we'll try to close it down 4-3 with just scoring all their runs in 1 inning And closing out the Phillies, who've struggled. Same thing with the Dodgers. And Schwarber does not offer, so that'll bring up Trea Turner. It's essentially, I believe, the first walk of the game for anybody here. So Michael Mercado, minor league reports its return to Lehigh Valley AAA. 4 games, 6 innings, 5 hits, 1 earned run, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts. Season 1.69 ERA in 18 games, 10 starts. Trying to use some pitching help there for the Phillies. Will look pretty good there. Got to be careful with Trea Turner. He could definitely make this a 5-4 lead, as the Phillies are still right there in a 91 on a changeup. He really went for the downs, didn't get it. So Schwarber at first, as we're just getting underway in the 8th. It's a 4-3 lead for the Dodgers. Turner. This is Pajes. Shallow center field, no problem. Makes the catch. Barely even had to move. Bryce Harper is up next, and then Alec Bohm, unless there is a double play hit. Alec Bohm has been really good in this game. Bryson Stott has had some damage of late. You have Evan Phillips going to get set to close for the Dodgers. Maybe he can go in the 8th if they want to do it that way. As this is Harper, you doubled him the last time. Again, I said close. I didn't mean to say that. I'm looking at now. It is the 8th. He is the closer, Evan Phillips. Again, I'm so used to Blake Trinan or some of the other names, but Phillips has been really good. Again, there's been a lot of other injuries here for the Dodgers as far as some of their arms, like Brusdar, Gratterall, and some of the other ones that they would definitely use. So late August, it'll be Philadelphia versus the Houston Astros. Their profile on the 26th, 27th, 28th, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, late August at 6:40 Eastern starts. So they're not using the Red October hashtag. They're using the Ring the Bell hashtag. I really like those either way. Bryce Harper, 1-0, count advantage. Banda, 10 pitches into this inning. And now we'll take another step away, as Banda's taken a long time to try to figure out what he wants to do. Now the pitch clock will start. Jose Alvarado, the lefty, warming up in the bullpen for the Phillies. Big swing and a miss for Bryce Harper. Not sure what he was even thinking about there. Make it 1-1. That slider, when it's missed by a lot, and it really hasn't shown much to be able to swing at. He's got gold chains, silver chains, everything there for Bryce. 1-1 is the count. Again, gets Harper to offer at it. 1-2. Nowhere close. 2 for 5 with a double home run, 2 RBI, and a walk against Anthony Banda. But right now, Harper looks like he's not seeing the ball well. He was able to fight it off with the double last time up. Did he go? Did not. 2-2. Harper tries to get out in front of it. Banda's got a lot of tattoos here for the Dodgers. But again, tattoos, slider, that's what we're seeing right now. See if he sweeps it away again. Pitch clock down to 5 against Bryce. Big swing and a miss at 97. Harper's 3rd strikeout of the night. So they've done a lot of damage on the strikeout. You can throw a lot of that to Tyler Glasnow, put his hat in the ring. He had 9. And that was slider, 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 fastball on the outer part of the plate at 97. Had Bryce Harper all messed up there. And Banda gets the punch. Alec Bohm. This one is going to go from first to third as they get a chance to throw that off. Hayward trying to get it in. And are they going to stay at second? He got Bohm and Schwarber. So Bohm has reached base safely in 23 consecutive games. This is a pitch off the plate, able to stay with it and fight it down the right field line. And Hayward had to force a throw. Schwarber, he was off. He laid off a little bit from the first, but Hayward got to it quickly He didn't want to get thrown away. So it is runners at first and second with 2 outs. 23 game on base streak, longest active in Major League Baseball. Can Brandon Marsh come through in a big time leverage at bat? Runners are first and second. It's Bohm and Schwarber, 2 outs, 4-3 lead for the Dodgers. Brandon Marsh, it's 0-1. Way high on a fastball. Good catch there from Will Smith. Make it 1-1. They're showing left center and a little bit of right is wide open. They're not expecting a slash down the line. Should Marsh do that, he could score maybe 2, honestly. Does not offer at the slider. That is big because Harper offered at a couple of those and punched it on the fastball. Marsh knew better. And again, what I will say for the Dodgers and the Phillies and some of these misses, they've been very, very out of the zone. Nothing close to make you want to swing at. 2-1. Good take for Marsh. One more ball would load them up with 2 outs in the 8th. Nick Castellanos waiting at the bat rack, wants to do damage if Marsh doesn't do it first. Phillies, big moment in this game, down 4-3. Marsh, oh boy, it was ball 4, and now it's a full count. Nothing Marsh could do there. He had a good eye. The sinker was not close. That was the most egregious call of the night. Runners go. Marsh swings and misses. Bonda should have walked the bases loaded, and instead it gets benefit of the call, and then they go on fishing on a slider. That'd be Ohtani, Hernandez, and Freddie Freeman. Come right back.
With Mike here, home is just a touch away. Mikey was the only smart home security solution that provides video monitoring, real-time notifications, and lets you decide who comes in and who stays out, all in one easy-to-use app. So take that well-deserved break. Mikey has you covered.
The Making More Summer Sales Event is on. Amazing offers and a great selection of the best-selling trucks in America for 47 years. Ford F-Series, gas, hybrid, or all electric. These are the deals you've been waiting for. So don't wait. Make it Ford. Make it yours. Make it now.
With Trea Easy Travel, let's release the 2024 F-150 XLT 4x4 Super Crew for $329 a month for 24 months. Only at your Southeast Machine Tool dealers.
Not every decision you make will be as good as getting a Volkswagen at the Saudi VW Summer Sales Event. 2024 Volkswagen models cost less to maintain than Honda. 6.9% APR financing for a $3,500 customer bonus in the new 2024 Atlas or Atlas Cross 4.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With Venture X, earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and get access to over 1,300 airport lounges. Open up a world of possibilities with Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Set sail January 11th to the 19th with Phillies Vacations for the 8th annual Vacation in Paradise. Join Phillies alums on board a new ship. The Celebrity is set as it explores the Western Caribbean. Enjoy special dinners and receptions. For more info, visit Phillies.com/vacations and book your trip today. Well, thanks for staying in at least a pace of time. Let's see if it's going to be longer than that. But you've got Freeman up after Hernandez, another lefty. He throws a one-hopper for ball 1.
So Banks will stay in, at least they're saying, to face Ohtani. It's a 4-3 lead for the Dodgers. Phillies should have bases loaded. Ohtani gives it a ride back to the warning track. Marsh, he leaps, he kicked it, and Shohei Ohtani, left center field, takes it deep over just over 375. It's his 34th home run of the season at 107 miles an hour. So at 375, he hits at 384, just over the fence. And Shohei, big run as they greet Banks rudely. And his second inning of work, he takes him deep. So Shohei Ohtani is a bad man, and he took it deep. He just got it over. A little bit of a wall scraper there for Shohei. Maybe off the end of the bat as well, but still strong enough. And the thing that's crazy to me for Shohei is it never looks like he swings hard, and yet still able to get that much power on it. So Shohei gets a solo shot. 5-3, Dodgers now lead. And now Banks wild on that last pitch. It's 1-1 against Teoscar. Teoscar's got a 2-run homer in this game. Dodgers now lead 5-3. That is a critical shot against the Phillies. 94 does not get the call. We've seen pitchers that have been closer outside of the zone be called. Again, Brandon Marsh has a few words he'd probably like to share alongside that. And now way outside. Looks like Banks doesn't have it right now after that home run. 3-1 count leverage for Teoscar. See if he wants to get nasty or take a walk. This is center field off the end of the bat. Marsh is there. This one he will be able to make the catch on, and they'll do so. Freddie Freeman will be up next. We'll see if they'll leave it there for Banks and Freeman to keep that the same, or whether or not they want Rob Thomson to come out and talk about it. Shohei Ohtani was make sure he went back to touch first base so he didn't get tossed out for the home run. Smart man. Freddie Freeman, big swing. 88, split the plate, and he was out in front of it too quickly as Banks now trying to get into his second inning of work. So an inning of a third, but he's going up a solo shot to Ohtani. 1 for 3 for Freddie. Single in the third. This is inside, and Freddie will cue it fouled on the first base line. Now I don't see anybody warm. I did see Alvarado in there for a moment. Maybe they're going to let Tanner Banks eat it. Banks take a slider. He was a lot slower there on that toss, about 86. 1-2 is the pitch count against Freddie. And swings and misses on a curveball. Looked like he was swinging that one underwater. Somehow he was a little bit late. He was caught flat-footed. And he'll punch out and leave it up to Will Smith in the bottom 8. This could be the last bats for the Dodgers nonetheless. This was their first run scored since the third inning when they put a 4 spot on Aaron Nola. Will Smith, big swing, but this will just be a pop-up. Turner is trying to find it, and he will get it in between his glove. A couple steps toward left field, and the Dodgers get insurance run courtesy of Ohtani-san's big fly. It'll be Castellanos, Stott, and Hayes as the last hope for the Phillies.
Something isn't right back home. We'd like you. Someone's just a touch away. Mikey was the only smart home security solution that provides video monitoring, real-time notifications, and lets you decide who comes in and who stays out, all in one easy-to-use app. So take that well-deserved break. Mikey has you covered.
Wrap up your DIY project with Alec, Blazer from your Metro Detroit Chevy dealers. Blazer's spacious interior and generous cargo space. There's plenty of room for those perfect final touches that will make your house a home. Just go to ChevyDetroit.com for an in-depth look at the complete lineup of cars, trucks, and SUVs, plus tips and tricks on how to get the most out of your new Chevy. Then, put it in D and see why Chevy drives the Motor City.
Want the effects of Viagra, but faster? Meet Rose Sparks. They contain sildenafil and tadalafil, the active ingredients of Viagra and Cialis, but Sparks dissolve under the tongue. Dissolvables work faster than most pills. Plus, tadalafil, the active ingredient in Cialis, stays in your system for long-lasting results. Faster acting and long-lasting? We got it.
Phillies baseball is brought to you by Toyota. The Toyota National Sales Event is on. Toyota, let's go places. By Xfinity. Street Phillies baseball with Xfinity because it's only live once. By Citizens, official bank of the Phils. And by Independence Blue Cross. Learn more at IBS.com. Phillies trail at 5-3 as we go to the top of the ninth inning here in Los Angeles. Time now for our Toyota Camry turning point of this ball game. Well, adding on at this point is somewhat of a turning point.
Yeah, I mean, this guy is sort of a freak of nature. I don't know how he hits these balls so high, and yet so far he goes opposite on a high cutter. That is your Toyota Camry turning point for the game. You need the Dodgers at a 2-run lead.
Daniel Hudson will take over. The veteran right-hander.
So Daniel Hudson going to try to get the save here for the LA Dodgers. Ohtani with a massive solo shot. Again, it was a wall scraper, but it was massive in the sense of just giving the Dodgers some more breathing room. It's a 5-3 lead for LA, as it'll be Nick Castellanos due up first here in the ninth. 87 will split the plate on a slider. 1-1 is the count. It'll be Castellanos, Stott, and Hayes, 6, 7, and 8. Hudson, 86 on a slider, and he was late on it. That was a hittable pitch. Castellanos did not get a piece of it. He'll step back and use his TO here, use a disengagement. He's 1 for 3 in this game with a triple in the second, a run scored. Could be an error on Pajes, when we talked about much earlier in this broadcast. Luckily, it's breezed through. It's been a fun game. This is a slider that goes way low off the back foot. Make it 2-2 against Nicholas. Someone's got to reach here, and they got to do some damage against Hudson. Again, they can go back to Evan Phillips if they want to. Castellanos, 94, had another good pitch to hit, but he fouled it back. So if Nick Castellanos was on from what he normally is, again, he'd be about 40 points off his average, 237. He's probably closer to a 275 type of hitter. He's had some pitches to hit that he's missed. 2-2. This is 96 low and off the back foot again. So Dodgers have a 5-3 lead. Ohtani has just got a solo shot in the eighth, and Philadelphia is at their last bats here. 6, 7, and 8 due up. Castellanos full count against Hudson. No ground at foul, and will stay alive again. So Nick Castellanos, I've always liked him. I know the Tigers are trying to make him an infielder between first and third. He said he couldn't really outfield, but he's been in the outfield and he's been some great catches. And so never really understood what the Tigers wanted to do with him. I think that was part of his frustrations as well. But he's been handled well with the Philadelphia Phillies. He'd spent some time with the Reds and the Cubs. A base hit on a pitch that would have been a walk anyway, broke his bat, put that down between the second base and the first base, and able to keep that one alive. That's a good at-bat for Nick Castellanos. Honestly, he would have had a walk anyway, but able to keep his bat path on a very tough slider and get the head on the ball. I don't know how he really did that there, to be honest with you, but he is able to split that gap between first and second. And now Austin Hayes. He does have some power. I know it's only 4 home runs and 18 RBI, but I just think it's not been health. Austin Hayes is dangerous. But it'll be Bryson Stott first. Popped up Bryson Stott, and he's disgusted with himself. Kike Hernandez, he's got it. 1 up, 1 down now. It's going to be Castellanos still at first. And now, as I was getting ahead of myself, we'll bring up Austin Hayes. So Stott wanted to hit a fastball up in the zone, and that's the thing he can't get too big on. Austin Hayes, 254, 2 for 3, 2 singles. 4 home runs, 18 RBIs, we said, but he's been very good in Baltimore. He's someone that I believe in that can do some damage. You got to be careful with him. He tries to ambush. Lux gets called off, and this will be an opportunity for Nick Ahmed to make the catch. And now, if you're going to go ahead and make a bet off the bench, you might as well take Garrett Stubbs out and try to use somebody else. So what are they going to do here? Rob Thomson. Is he going to make the switch? Because I think he got, Real Muto, Johan Rojas, Edmundo Sosa, Weston Wilson. I don't think I would stick with Garrett Stubbs. But right now, it's Garrett Stubbs. 95. Swings it up, pop up, Nick Ahmed right underneath it. Ball game. The LA Dodgers, they get that courtesy run from Shohei Ohtani. It didn't matter. They got enough because they scored enough in the third. It answered the Phillies 2 runs in the second. They scored 4 in the third on Nola, and they made it hold up. They win this one today, 5-3. So tomorrow, I'm going to have to spend some time away. I will be back Wednesday in between Tarek Skubal and George Kirby. That's going to be a good pitching matchup between the Tigers and the Mariners. But I do want to mention this. Alec Nava is going to be continuing this series between the Phillies and the Dodgers tomorrow. That'll be at a 10:10 Eastern time as well. So if you want more Phillies Dodgers, check in with Alec tomorrow. We'll have the call. I'll make sure that I link him there when I get this story posted. Have a good night, everybody. I'll see you Wednesday. Dodgers win 5-3. Again, Alec's going to continue this series tomorrow. I'll have the Tigers and the M's for you on Wednesday. Peace. Have a good one.
Coming up, it's Phillies postgame live, presented by Pure Auto Insurance. Ruben Amaro Jr. and our entire crew, I'm Tom McCarthy. We'll talk to you on Tuesday, everybody, as the Dodgers take Game 1 over the Phillies.
You're finally on vacation, but can't help but worry that something isn't right back home. With MyQ, home is just a touch away. MyQ is the only smart home security solution that provides video monitoring, real-time notifications, and lets you decide who comes in and who stays out, all in one easy-to-use app. So take that well-deserved break